As we enjoy the cooler temperatures in the mornings this week, we have the potential for a record high heat this weekend, and it's just all part of a roller coaster ride for our weather this week. So joining me now, it's Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact Team. Keely, the weather down for us this weekend.
Yeah, how about warm and sunny? That's going to be our weather. We have got the ridge of high pressure still in place. We're going to get those winds kicking up tomorrow. That's going to do a couple things. For one, it is going to increase the fire danger for us here in Colorado. It's also going to blow in some smoke from fires burning in states around Colorado. We got beautiful blue skies, just a little bit of a haze out there due to wildfire smoke in surrounding areas this afternoon. Current temperatures, we're at 70 degrees right now at DIA. So again, a little slow to warm up, but we're talking about low 80s by this afternoon. 60s, 70s right now across the plains, 60s up in the mountains. Your forecast for today, lots of sunshine, not even a cloud on this graph. We're going to get up to the mid 70s by about 1 o'clock, topping out 83 degrees by 4 o'clock. And again, the wind's not an issue today. They're going to pick up as we head into the evening hours, and certainly going to be gusting up to about 25 miles per hour in the metro area tomorrow. Foothills, we're talking about 45, 50 mile per hour winds, topping out again today around 83 degrees. So we're looking to 70s and 80s today. And your weather headlines, again, near record heat today. We're not going to probably get to record heat today, but tomorrow, that's a different story. Tomorrow, not only are we talking about very, very warm temperatures, but strong winds, and that does increase the fire danger. And next week, we are looking sunny and mild as well. We'll talk more about that fire danger and the risks coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Thank you so much. RTD just broke ground this morning on a new project to improve bus transit along Colfax. It's expected to take several years to finish. Now, CEDA, RTD, and the cities of Denver and Aurora are joining together to create bus rapid transit along Colfax. The project will build transit lines in the middle of Colfax from Civic Center Station to Interstate I-225 in Aurora. Now, it's expected to reduce conflict between buses and cars, cut transit travel time by up to 30 minutes, and improve sidewalk and transit stops.
Denver and Aurora's populations have grown by almost 20% each over the past decade. So with growing cities come growing needs, and transit projects like the Links provide so many benefits.
This project won't be completed until 2027, so Colfax, of course, will be a little bit of a mess throughout that time. The Colfax Business Improvement District already knows businesses along that stretch will be affected, so a fund has been created to offset at least some of the potential financial impact. 2 people have died after the car they were in rolled over near Greeley in Weld County this morning. Greeley police say those victims and a third person in the car were all ejected after the crash happened on Highway 34 near Highway 256 about 6:45 this morning. That third crash victim was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. There's no word what caused the crash just yet. Next week, part of the state Supreme Court building, which was badly damaged earlier this year, will reopen. Now, it's been 10 months since police say Brandon Olson broke into that building. Police say he set a fire on the 7th floor. The fire and smoke and water damage from the sprinklers caused significant damage. At least one estimate was $35 million. On Tuesday, the 1st and 2nd floor will reopen. Workers are still trying to repair floors 3 through 7. That likely won't be finished until next summer. An Aurora officer is on leave today after police say he shot and killed a man during a call yesterday. An investigation into the incident is already underway, but as 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon tells us, police say the man killed was carrying a rifle near a school and housing for sick kids.
Aurora police say this started as a report of a fight in a parking lot in northwest Aurora. Then another call came in saying that one of the men had an assault-style rifle. Now, this all happened on 16th Avenue near the intersection with Oswego Street, just west of University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus. Aurora police say an officer exchanged gunfire with the man around 3 p.m. Thursday, and he later died in the hospital. Aurora Police Chief Todd Chamberlain says investigators don't believe the man opened fire at any point. He expressed concern and urgency for the potential threat of danger in the area with children around. Chamberlain also described the moments leading up to the shooting.
The officers stopped their vehicle. They approached that individual. They made several contacts with the individual verbally to have him drop his weapon. At that point, gunfire was exchanged by the officers towards the individual with the weapon, and the individual fell to the ground.
Aurora police say that no officers were shot in the confrontation, and the 17th Judicial District Critical Response Team is investigating the shooting. We don't know the identity of the person who was shot and killed yesterday. That information will be released from the Adams County coroner sometime in the future. The officer involved is on leave, which is standard protocol for a case like this. In Aurora, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. Aurora police hope these photographs will help them find a shooter. The man in the photos is accused of walking up to a group of juveniles, shooting at them, and making racial remarks. The incident happened near Havana and Parker Road. If you recognize this man, you're asked to call police. The father of a teenage boy charged with shooting and killing a bar employee in downtown Denver is accused of driving his son to Wyoming after the shooting to hide. Stephen Marquez will now face charges for being an accessory to the crime. Todd Kidd was killed July 10th while working as a bouncer at Federalis at 29th and Larimer Street. The teen suspect disappeared afterward, but was tracked to Wyoming and arrested 6 days later. Denver police accused Marquez of lying to them when questioned about his son after the shooting. He is due in court October 14th. His son is scheduled to appear the following day. The statewide effort to find and cite drivers for expired or fake license plates proved successful. More than 300 Denver drivers were caught along I-70 and I-25 last week, according to Denver police. Police tell us they are also putting a new priority on cars that don't have any license plates. And of course, we see a lot of those out in the road. Those vehicles are considered suspicious and can be pulled over by officers at any time. The average cost of health care for some patients in Colorado is doubling because of so-called facility fees. That's according to a new state-funded report. Research found hospitals collected an estimate of $13.4 billion in facility fees from 2017 to 2022. Patients are paying for everything outside of the doctor, like staffing costs, cleaning services, and building maintenance. The report says those fees are specifically for hospitals' outpatient care, and it says insurance companies are likely passing those fees along to patients through both out-of-pocket costs and higher premiums. Hospitals say those fees are better than the alternative and that they're keeping medical facilities afloat. The report doesn't suggest specific proposals for state legislators to mitigate rising costs, but last year the state legislature required health facilities to disclose their facility fees to patients up front. Now, CPW is still looking for a wolf pup that belonged to the Copper Creek Wolf Pack that was captured more than a month ago. The Parks and Wildlife Commission heard an appeal filed on behalf of Silver Spur Ranch near Walden. In May, CPW investigated a calf death and found it was caused by a coyote, making it ineligible for the ranch to be compensated. The ranch believed it was caused by a wolf because there were prints along with coyote prints on site and the extent of the damage to the calf's body. The commission rarely goes against the findings of CPW officers in cases like this, but after a vote, they decided the ranch would be compensated.
There's many very skilled CPW staff in the state who really know what the differences between coyote, wolf, and big game depredation characteristics look like.
What is the evidence that's going to be enough to prove a wolf killed your calf here? You know, we have pictures of wolf tracks and bite marks. If that's not enough to prove a wolf depredation by proponents of the evidence, that begs the question of what is enough.
Also, it was already announced that more wolves are coming to the state. CPW says that they hope to capture and release about 15 wolves from Canada in early 2025 in January. Garth Brooks fans woke up to a surprise accusation against him this morning. What it is and how he's responding coming up. Plus, there's a new local rideshare company in the Denver metro area. We're going to take a closer look of how it started and what makes it different.